Hi, good morning, guys. It's Saturday, June the 13th. Excuse me. Saturday, June the 13th. It's about 9 o'clock a.m. Excuse me. I'm up. I'm on my way to Aldi to pick up a few items for next week. Next week is going to be kind of busy for me because I have Vacation Bible School, and I will be teaching and helping with that. And so Monday through Thursday. So I already know that's going to be a week that's going to be very busy, and I'm going to pretty much leave work and go to that because I have a 30-minute commute one way to get there. And so I probably won't be getting back home until 8 o'clock at night. So I'm trying to get my self together, trying to get my strategy for next week and get some things so I can just kind of meal prep today and have that all ready so I can continue to be successful in this journey. You got to do what you got to do, right? Hashtag no excuse club. So yeah, that's what I'm getting ready to do now. I'm going to go to Aldi, pick up a few items, stop by the Dollar Tree, come back home, get my 3 miles in, and meal prep. So doesn't that sound so exciting, guys? What are you guys up to today? But I was just trying to, the only thing I can think of is basics like chicken and shrimp and fish. I don't really have any like recipes or anything. I was just thinking about, just prepping some chicken, cooking up batch chicken, and doing that. I guess that'll work, I mean, hey, it's only 4 days, right? So, but I'm really trying to figure out how I'm going to get my exercise in, because sometimes in the morning it's challenging for me to get up before work to do anything really. But it's all in the mind, right? Hashtag no excuse club, because I will not be exercising once I get back. I know I'll probably be too tired. But just trying to strategize and get it together so I can stay on my goals and stay focused on what it is that I need to do to be successful. So just wanted to come in and say hello, and I'm going to pick up a few things from Aldi, and hopefully I get to show you guys what I picked up. So I will see you soon. Aldi was a fail, guys, because excuse me, I went to the ATM machine to get some money, because Aldi only takes money or debit cards. So I couldn't get any money because it was saying that my PIN number was invalid. So I go to a different ATM machine, just thinking maybe it's something wrong with the ATM machine. Same problem. So I go to another ATM machine, the same problem. And I had a problem probably last month when I did go to Aldi about my PIN number being invalid, but I was able to use my PIN number at the teller machine. So I was just thinking, okay, well, and I never really checked into it. I didn't go to the bank to check into it to see what was going on, and that was my fault, my bad. So while I was on that side of town, I was over there by my job. So I stopped at my office because I had to use the bathroom, because all this water I'm drinking, I had to use the bathroom. And so I stopped there, and then I called the bank while I was at my workplace to see what was going on. And of course, the bank's closed. The bank that can help me is closed. And so the customer service rep, she said, well, I can order you a new pen, but it takes 7 to 10 business days before you get it. And I was like, well, that's okay, I just called Monday. And so now I'm on my way to Save a Lot to pick up some things. I think they got like a 10 for 10 going on, so I may be able to pick up some things that I need, and usually their meats are really cheap. I thought about going to Food Line, but I'm going to go to Save a Lot and see what I can get there. I can at least swipe my card and do credit, and I just didn't feel like going back home and doing all that. But anyway, when I was in New York, guys, what had happened was I had, the first day that I was going to my training, I set out to walk because I didn't want to catch a cab because I knew it would be expensive, because of traffic and all of that. And I didn't want to, pay extra cab fare when I could just walk. So the first day I had put in the address in my GPS, and I got lost. And so I had to hop a cab because it was close time for my workshop to start. I didn't know where I was. My first time being in New York, I was stopping asking police officers. They didn't know where the street was. They didn't know where the place was. They didn't know where the building was. And they were sending me to the wrong places. So I'm walking, and I walked. I got up early. I said I'd walk. Mind you, I hadn't been walking, so of course I was, the weather, it was kind of cool there. It was beginning of April while I was there. So it's kind of cool there. And it wasn't bad weather at all, but I got lost. So I hopped in a cab, and I think the cab ride to work from there, he didn't know. Guys, I got in the cab in New York. I give the cab driver the address, the building. He did not know where it was. So I had my iPad. I pulled out my wallet. I pulled out my iPad. I took off my shades because the sun was shining. I took off my shades, laid them in the seat, and gave him, and so I had to pull out my iPad and put in the address. My iPad gets us there. So when I get there, it's $10 or whatever. So I give him the money, hop out the cab. The building that I go into is a federal building. So with it, they had told us you're going to need your ID, your driver's license in order, or put your ID to get into the building, to get up to the floor of the conference or the workshop. Same thing. So guys, when I get in there and I give the girl my name, I go in my bag to get my wallet. My wallet is not there, and I panicked. I freaked out. And I told her, I was like, oh my God, I left my wallet in the cab. And she said, well, you can figure that out. And sometimes some people in New York are just so heartless. And I was like, oh, this little heifer said this to me. That's what I'm thinking in my mind. At the same time, I'm still freaking out. But she goes ahead. She's nice enough anyway, because she could have made it hard for me. She went on ahead and gave me my badge to get up, to the whatever floor I was on. I think I was on the 25th floor. So I was thankful for that. But while I was there, because my mom went on the trip with me, so I called her from before I even went. I was like, Mom, I left my wallet. I didn't get a receipt. I know, y'all, I was just in such a hurry. I was frazzled. I didn't get a receipt or anything, guys. I just jumped out of the cab. So my wallet and I didn't have my big money in the cab. I had kept my money down in my bra, because that's what you do sometimes. And I heard about New York and all this stuff, so I didn't, have my big money. All I had was like a $20 bill in the wallet. But my ID was in there. I was gonna need that to get back home, to get back on the plane and everything. And I'm like, oh my God! So I called my mom, and she was like, okay. And she was like, you did what? And she was, get ready to go in on me. And she didn't. And I was like, well, I gotta go. I don't know what I'm gonna do. And she was like, I don't know what you're gonna do either. And so, I had a stank face. The people at the table, the registration table, they were nice. And I told them what happened. They was like, oh no, and I was just in such a bad place when they started. But guys, it's so amazing, and God is so good, because I think within it wasn't 30 minutes to an hour, my mom had texted me and told me, it was later on that day, because it was after lunch, because I called my husband, and I was like, my mom had already called him, and I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. He was like, well, maybe I can go to the DMV and get your ID, and it was a runaround with that, but it was at lunchtime. So, I'm not really worried about it, but I'm kind of worried about it. So, my husband, he's running around trying to do stuff for me there, and they're denying him, of course, because he's not me. So, I think about 30 minutes to an hour after lunch, I got a text from my mom, which said that there's this guy named John from New York that had called her house in South Carolina, left a message on the answer machine, said that he had my wallet, and he was in the city, and he figured that I needed my wallet. Y'all, that wasn't nothing but God. It wasn't nothing but prayer, because my mom was praying, I was praying. She had called our pastor. Our pastor was praying, and he left his number. Nothing in my wallet had my phone number on it. And he called my mom's house. So I guess he Googled my address, because before I got married, you know, I got married a couple years ago, but my mom's address was on it, on my driver's license, which I always use as my permanent address, because I moved a lot. But he must have Googled and found her phone number. My mom never checks her messages while she's away from home, and she just so happened to call home, and he left his cell phone number. She called, he picked up, he answered, and he said he was going to be back in the city. He was going to take the train back into the city, and he was going to bring the wallet to my hotel. I was staying at the Hilton Millennium right across from the World Trade Center. He was nice enough to bring my wallet to me that same day, guys. I got my wallet back, New York City. And I was so grateful and thankful. But I had called the bank, of course, and canceled my cards and everything. And the main thing was like, oh my God. It was like, what are you going to do for money? I was like, well, I had my money. I have cash on me. I had my cash on me. Thank God for that. I don't know what they would have did. I was like, well, y'all going to send me some money or something? That's what I wanted to ask that lady on the phone. Are y'all going to send me some money and foot the bill while I'm here? But she said it was a high fraud state anyway, or high fraud city anyway, and they probably would have, they probably wouldn't be able to use my card, because I didn't call them and let them know I was going to be traveling out of state. And, because with my bank, sometimes you have to call and let them know that you're going to be going out of state if you want to use your card, because they think somebody stole your card. But y'all, I just had to tell my testimony about that to you guys, because I'm so grateful and thankful about it. And I'm thinking that may be the reason why, because I had to get a new card. I got a new credit card number and debit card number. So that may have something to do with why I wasn't able to use my PIN. I'm not sure. But I don't know, who knows. But hopefully that testimony blesses somebody, lets you know the power of prayer, that we have the ability to pray and make things happen for us. God is real. He hears us. And when you're in a tough and a bad situation, in a tight place, he will rescue you. Because if I hadn't got my wallet back, I wouldn't have been able to get back to South Carolina, because I needed my ID to get on that plane, and I didn't know what I was going to do, guys. But that just set the tone of my whole trip, just to let me know that God was faithful, that he would take care of me no matter where you are. Because in New York City, my wallet was in a cab. I didn't know who the cab driver, I didn't know his name or anything, and people were asking me questions. They were like, well, what did the cab like? And I was like, I was just so frazzled. But God takes care of us, especially when we need for him to take care of us. So just know that God, he will rescue you. He will take care of you, no matter what it looks like, no matter what it seems like. So I'm getting ready to go into Save a Lot, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. I got my 3 miles in, and I started watching this great movie while I was up there. So I'm gonna try to get in and catch the end of it to see what happens. But I hope you all had a great weekend whenever you're watching this. And my trip to Save a Lot was successful. I got some really good deals on meats and stuff, so I can go in and get prepped up for my upcoming week. So I will talk to you guys on next week, and I hope you're losing weight. Talk to you later.